Hi, Julian. Hey, guys. Good evening. How are you, Julian? So, happy Friday, everyone. So sorry, distracted by something. Yeah. So, folks, happy Friday. Hope everyone's doing fine. Great to be getting into the weekend. So, wanted to do that with a quick bit of stream and to kind of take an opportunity and play the game as well because I haven't really been getting the time to do that. So, yeah, the plan is to do the Javelin. So, in the mood for some high speed today. So, and some high speed services. So, we are going to be doing the Javelin class 395 Javelin uh, of the Southeastern High Speed. One would be probably a Faversham to London St. Pancras run, and the next one uh, would be a scenario that I downloaded from the Creators Club, which is again the Javelin on the Great Western Route, going from Reading to Paddington. So these are the two that I'm going to be doing today. Hey, Julian, I will certainly do the CSX Sandpatch grade, uh, but again in a future stream, once I get a bit of a hang of those two, because not very often do I play with those typical heavy hauler kind of routes, which is Sandpatch grade, and the horseshoe curve and whatever the other ones which are there, like, let's say, yeah, let me tell you. Yeah, I also have Oakville subdivision, which is, and then there is Sandpatch grade. I don't have horseshoe curve because not really ready for that. So and again, Sandpatch grade, Oakville subdivision are really not something that I play with very often, guys, and I'm not really great at that. But but yeah, but I will, Julian. No worries. Let me kind of figure those out, and I soon would do a CSX as well, and I'm looking forward to that as well. But then let's get started with the Javelin services. So let me take you on a Javelin ride. How are you doing, Julian? How are things with you? Hola, amigo. Yes, my friend. So we are not doing an electro start. It's a bit annoying how when you kind of start off your gameplay and if you kind of when you jump in and select any one of the routes instead of giving you an option which is going to come up now, which is the main menu, it takes you straight into some kind of a default scenario, whatever is the default scenario at that time. Let's start off with the 13:58 hours service, 1F, 1 Foxtrot 41, 1 Foxtrot 41, Faversham to St. Pancras International. Let's see. Or maybe, again, sorry guys, whoever is watching the video now, which is Julian, and again in the future, I can be a little indecisive. Sorry about that at times. And I think it's okay. Thanks, Julian. Okay, so we will try this scenario which I have downloaded, which is called Modern High Speed. So the trains involved is class 395 Sierra Echo Bravo dash class 377/4 SN. I think that's just the traffic. And then you drive an SE class 395 12 car loaded from London Paddington platform 03 to Reading platform 08, making one passenger stops along the way. The scenario is off the rails, which is fine. Serves me fine, suits me fine. And my first time, I have downloaded this for a while and I haven't tried it. So here we go. So again, we are trying the lovely Javelin, class 395 Javelin from the Southeastern High Speed. And now we're getting to try it on a different British route. And I think this is a fairly less complicated one than the one between Faversham and St. Pancras. And this route is where you have the GWG high speed HST high speed train, which we also love, which is a diesel. So we will be trying this here, and obviously this route does not have a a DC third rail option. So in the class 395, you have an option of selecting between a DC third rail or an overhead catenary. So in this case, I think we'll have to use the catenary option, if I'm not wrong. So let's see. That was my speech to explain what I'm trying to do here. Hope that helps demystify my strange actions which are about to unfold usually when I get into the cockpit of a train after a while. But I'm hoping not, because I have tried out the Class 395 a couple of times to make sure I remember how things work. And I'm fairly confident it's going to be a good ride. You're going to like it. And I'm going to like it as well, because this is not a route on which I have tried the Javelin before. So let's see. So this is 1 Charlie 10 1013 PAD Paddington to Reading, I think. Yeah. Before we get started, let's take a quick look outside. So here we go. So first things, interesting to see the Class 395 now on this route. So thanks to this scenario. And then you also see some Class 377s here. Oh, that means I think you can then also do the Class 377 service, same route, but then with this as well, I think. But okay. So this is our Javelin. Taking a quick look. Let's get started. So master key on. Reverse and neutral. Stay running. So we are going to be using the pantograph. So rest. Then we press fan up, shoes down. We have line power, and then we close the MCB by pressing pan up, shoes down. That is good. We can unlock the doors. So you can see the pantographs are out and up. We can quickly get down to the platform and check things out. Oops. Don't tell me. That's ridiculous. Yeah, back in. Again, from a cockpit standpoint, from a feel and look and feel of a cockpit and how advanced they look standpoint, this is hands down my favorite, without a doubt. I don't think you can raise the doors closed. So next stop is Slow, platform 2, which is 18 miles from here. So good to go. Power handle off. Okay, sorry. Reverser is forward. All good. Off we go. Okay. Brakes off and speed limits up. right? Now speed limits up above 200. I think it should be about 210. So max throttle. We go. turns out I was on mute. But then I have not spoken much of, or like spoken anything of much significance. So you did not miss out on anything. Oh, okay. So this one was success. Good start, I would say. Okay, but today, tempting as it was. Hey, Theory, how are you, my friend? Theory, I'm not sure what that was. Uh, Even if that was Dutch, then I'm still very beginner. And if that is German, in case you're asking me how are things, then things are going fine. How are you, my friend? How are things going with you? Happy Friday. Hope you had a good week. Hope you are having a good Friday. So, I think you just joined. So, today we are driving the class 395 Javelin high speed. And we just tried the Javelin on the Great Western route. Now, we are about to go ahead and try the Javelin in its home turf in this game, which is in Southeastern High Speed. And I'm going to do a run from Faversham, where I will take the train back to London St. Pancras International. It is German. I figured, my friend. I am once I get enough of a hang of Dutch, I will also make an effort to learn some German so that I can kind of interact with you, hopefully, in German. But I figured, I hope you're doing fine, Theory, and hope all is well. And I know Julian is there. Hope things are going fine with you as well, Julian. So here we are in CHS, as we love to call it. We go to timetable, we select the Javelin, and let us take this 1 Foxtrot 4-3 Faversham to St. Pancras International, departing at 2:30 p.m., 14:30 hours, and should take about an hour and 2 minutes to complete. So in Dutch, as they say, Theory, hoe gaat het met jou? That is, how is it going with you, my friend? Beste meneer Theory. And beste meneer Julian. And my dear everybody else. Wow. Happy to hear you're doing good, Theory. Again, happy Friday. And so this is an AI train, and I think the AI is trying to reposition itself. Oh, this is going to Ramsgate. Where that might be. Very good. So let's get our trip started. Master key is on. Reverser neutral. I think here we are using the DC third rail, so we are fine. We have line. Pan up, shoes down. And pan up, shoes down again. High. One. Okay, I think I'm good to open the doors. All of it looks okay for now. Here is an Electro Star, which is a class 375. Here is our train. This is 12 car long, so Next stop is Rainham, and 5.7 miles out. So we leave Sittingbourne and head out to Rainham. So that's a Electrostar Class 375 going by. Hey Tyler, hello my friend, was missing you. So King's Day was very nice. Yes, thank you. Hope it was great for you as well. At least, I mean, hope you had a great day. Weather was not great. I mean, it wasn't really a sunny, bright, beautiful day uh, here in the Netherlands, unfortunately. But I don't think that really stopped a lot of people from celebrating. So people still had fun, uh, especially in the center of Amsterdam and in The Hague and a lot of places. But yeah, I was not feeling great, unfortunately, and yeah, I decided to just steep in, get up late, went out, had fun. I mean, like, had a ride on the bike near my house, and yeah, so I had a relatively uneventful, uh, kind of held back King's Day, but it was still wonderful to have a day off and relax. And yeah, it was good. And oh, I'm amazed. Then, Tyler, this, my friend, Tyler, is the Class 395 Javelin of the Southeastern High Speed of UK, which runs, at least in this game, between uh, London St Pancras International to Faversham. This is the slowest of the three high-speed trains which are available in the game at this time, which is between ICE, TGV, and this. And of course, if you count the HST, and not counting the HST, actually, it's a diesel. So yeah, but it's still a beautiful train. And once we stop at Rainham, uh, Tyler, I'll show you the cockpit. You should especially see the cockpit and this again. But ironically, amongst all the trains in Train Sim World 2, this one has my favorite cockpit. Just love this one. I still hope you get some good weather, and amazed to hear that you're still getting snow, Tyler. But then, yeah, I think that's how the other side of the Atlantic is. At least, I think the Netherlands has a lot more forgiving weather, fortunately for all of us. And I think this year has been warmer than usual. So Okay, now we are getting close to Rainham. So here is our Javelin. Beautiful train, beautiful, beautiful train. Tell me what you think of this train then, Tyler. Once we stop at Faversham, once we stop here at Rainham, let me show you the train and the cockpit. So this is Southeastern High Speed, and you also have the Electrostar of this route, which is there, which is a class 375, also called the Electrostar. Beautiful name. Unlock doors. So let me show you the cockpit. So here we are. This is our train. That's an Electrostar, in case you haven't seen one before. It's a class 375, which runs with this special blue livery on the southeastern route. And this one is the class 395, also called the Javelin, as you see here. Amazing train. Yeah, this is how the interior looks. But what really strikes me is when you step inside. Let me close the door. Look at the layout of the cabin. Let me turn the lights on, maybe just to give you a good sense. Cab lighting. Here's how this train looks. Just look at the entire layout. This definitely looks more like the cockpit of some kind of an aircraft. At least the layout and this entire chair with its recline angle looks very, somehow to me, it looks something like out of Star Wars. Again, flame me if you have to for that. But yeah, that's basically a quick walk around of the train for you, Tyler, and for anybody else who has not seen this before. But let me know what you think. You can always share with me on Instagram, Tyler. We are there on Instagram, right? Yeah, or Facebook, of course. Oops. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Okay, lock doors. Tell me this one is not a beauty. Oh my god. Again, for folks watching the stream, how's everyone doing? Happy Friday, guys and gals, in case anyone's watching or will watch in the future. And happy weekend ahead to everyone. So, for folks joining in late or maybe watching from the middle sometimes in the future, this is a class 395 Javelin. We started the stream today with a special downloaded scenario from the Creators Club. So, this was my first time uh, running a Creators Club downloaded scenario on the stream, and it was also my first time playing that scenario, which is called Modern High Speed, which involves driving Javelin, a class 395 Javelin, in the Great Western Route from Reading to London Paddington Station. That was awesome. Again, Tyler, much to your dismay, I ended up successfully completing the scenario. Just kidding, my friend. And yeah, the next one here is basically now the home turf of the Javelin, which is between. Now we are screaming ahead from Faversham in a mid-afternoon trip towards London St. Pancras International. The we can do the baby bullet tomorrow, Tyler. However, in case of baby bullet, if you're referring to the, I think it's the F30 or something, Caltrain. So the one that we have in this game for the Peninsula Corridor, there's a baby bullet there. Two services. One is a F40, and I think the other one is a F30 or something. The one which I really like. And it has a double-decker setup. So that looks quite different, I think. Oh, come on. You can see. Perfect. Doors open. You need a break? Oh, you mean break as in I made it. Good shit going on here. I mean, if you see, good braking performance. Now, while we're stopped here, here's a look at the train. This is a 12 car long version of the Javelin. Looks very real, looks very good. And a nice train to drive, guys. Nice train to drive, Tyler, even for you, in case if you have a chance. Good DLC to have, no regrets. But again, mind you, I think your and my playing habits or preferences for trains are a little different. You love those heavy muscle freight kind of sorties, whereas I I think I have this mild bias towards more of high speed or at least semi high speed kind of services. But yeah, also a bit of freight, but then not the slow kind of freight really that much. But yeah, from time to time, good to do. This train has very good brakes, indeed. Really nice brakes. Okay, next stop. Chatham picks up relatively fast as well. Not too great, not too bad, but the braking is quite good. Hello to everybody watching the stream. Exactly, I know Tyler. I know Mr. Tyler Reynolds. That is your kind of train. And I thank you so much that despite that, you patiently keep watching the kind of trains I play. So I owe you a couple of drives, probably on the Oakville subdivision, Sandpatch grade, maybe. Oakville would be good to do. I mean, it'll be good to try out and drive. So here's the lights. Here's the reading light. Tyler, you already know, I mean, even without not very long and probably not so heavy trains, you keep seeing what I do every day with signals and trains. Just imagine what it would be like, if I got my hands on the likes of, let's say, the Sandpatch grade and horseshoe curve. Not pretty. It's not a pretty outcome. Now we are entering Chatham. Minimum brakes. Perfect. Perfect. I'll even install Messenger in that case, Tyler, because again, I rarely use Facebook. I think you're talking about Facebook Messenger, so I'll install that for sure. Perfect. I would love to do the Caltrain route. Love the Caltrain baby bullet myself. So not sure about tomorrow. Uh, I will probably not be able to do a stream tomorrow, guys, or will not do a stream tomorrow. But then Sunday, for sure, then we start with the Caltrain baby bullet, Tyler. then imagine, Tyler. I mean, I think your situation. So at least that ways, I'm fortunate to now be living in the Netherlands. So the next station is Rochester, which is just zero point 0.8 miles out. So very, very short distance. So yeah, fortunate to be living in the Netherlands right now, Tyler, because that really lets me identify with a lot of these beautiful routes, especially at least the European ones that you see in the game. But still a pity there are no Dutch routes here in this yet. But then originally being an Indian, yeah, uh, not even remotely close to a situation where there will be Indian routes to drive in this game. I don't think not in the foreseeable future. But lights. But yeah, again, the tunnel lighting, the headlamp effect is not great, just like most other trains. But apparently, back in the day when there was a Microsoft train simulator, and there are still so many videos of it getting uploaded in YouTube. There's a huge community for of people playing, still playing Microsoft Train Simulator, especially in India. And there are a lot of Indian route add-ons apparently which are available in Microsoft Train Simulator. Of course, I don't have that myself, so I don't know. I've just seen the videos. So it's still a thing. So yeah, that's the only way I think right now. Not sure if there is any in. I think there might be a few in Train Simulator 2021, 2022 for Indian routes. But then I am not familiar with most of these things. That's interesting, Tanner, because when I play flight sim, I completely get your point of view. So something that you can kind of relate to more easily because that you've then experienced in the real life and then kind of I do that as well, my friend. So again, when I used to play flight sim, my favorite flights always used to be from different parts of the country in India back then at least, or the world, back to the airport of where my home is, where I am from. So yeah, that was by default the de facto choice of flight. But then I think I again have a lot of inclinations to more long haul. So I always love international flights, and I have always had this thing for KLM. Again, interestingly, Air India. I absolutely love Air India, uh, and then uh, Virgin Atlantic. Huge fan of Virgin Atlantic, and definitely Emirates. I somehow love the Emirates planes and the Emirates fleet. Again, that's probably because my first international flight ever was on board an Emirates. What happened, Tyler? Was it like a blackout? What was that? I think it was a Black Hawk. Wow. Wow. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, it will be definitely take care, first of all, brother. Take care of yourself, take care of your health. I think it'll be wise to at least have a to consult a doctor, just kind of check in. But again, maybe it's just like you were tired, you didn't eat well, maybe you were dehydrated. But yeah, get that checked, and I hope you'll be fine. No worries, man. No worries. You're fine. You are absolutely fine. I think these can happen once in a while. But yeah, get it checked once, Tyler. Exactly. It sounds like something like, low BP. I think I can completely sense that. Wow. No, that's a class 377. Very interesting to see a class 377 on this route now, hauling freight. So next stop is Strode, as a Dutch guy would probably call it. Exactly, and uh, yeah, really happy to hear that you actually emerged without any of those. People do end up hurting their feet, like nose, head, forehead, when things like that happen. So really glad that you came out of it kind of unscathed. And maybe it was also good, maybe you have some space in your basement, because then often in these kind of situations, in a basement, in a storage, there are way too many things, tables, corners, sharp things. So really lucky, and I'm really happy that Tyler, it was something minor. Or I mean, hope, I mean, you're feeling good, you're feeling better. So I'm absolutely sure it's something minor, and you're 100% fine. But yeah, again, wise to kind of consult a doctor just to be on the safe side. So we have reached Strood, some very close stations. So that's one speciality of this route, wherein it's a high speed. I feel it's a semi high speed kind of a route, but yeah, it's a high speed. But then yeah, part of it is high speed, and the other part of it, uh, the train pretty much goes like a commuter train with very close proximity hops, and of course you cannot do really high speeds in those sectors. So, but yeah, that's interesting. That makes it special, and still a very fantastic train to drive. And in the stretches where you can indeed just, you know, kind of let go, or in these sectors where you can really stretch the legs of this train, it's a fantastic train again. Really good feeling to drive this train at high speeds where possible. So far, the second stream of the day, or the second half of the stream, doing the class 395, it's pretty much Javelin evening. First one was on Great Western between Reading and London Paddington. And the second one here is now from Feversham. We are now headed out to London St. Pancras, which is going to be the final destination for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone is liking the stream. In the stream, we have, I think, Tyler, and I think we have Theory, and probably also Julian. And then also, this is a shout out for anybody who will watch the video at a future date as well. Okay, next up, Gravesend. Are you feeling all right in general, Tyler? Wisconsin Rail fan, how are you, my friend? How are you doing, brother? Happy weekend, happy Friday. Hope everything all right with you, real fan. But yeah, of course, I mean, yeah, it can always be better. Was it for train spotting, real fan? Wow. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Wisconsin real fan. So there is always tomorrow. Hopefully that'll be. I'm sure it will be better. Hope you get some chance to do some train spotting tomorrow as well. So coming in at Gravesend. By the way, I have Oakville subdivision, guys. In case it really means a lot to you, please let me know. I would love to play the Oakville subdivision on the stream. I will make sure I practice it on one of my non-stream days so that I don't make too much of a fool myself. So next up is Ebbsfleet International. So I know Epps Fleet is also where the Eurostars have a stop. So, which is why it's an international, I think. Chris, my friend. Welcome to the stream, Chris. And how are you doing today? Long time, long time no see. So, welcome to the stream, Chris. Okay, Wisconsin rail fan. I'll take your assurances. No, yes, it's of course. I think I have forever been intimidated by for those kind of services by Sandpatch Grade, but I think yes, you're right. Oakville is relatively easier. I had in fact tried a couple of trains and stuff in it offline. Yes, Chris. Indeed, the streams are a little sporadic in the sense, I mean, like not very regular, not every day. I'm trying my best to kind of play slash stream given the time constraints and given how things are. But of course, again, it's just a momentary thing. Things will stabilize, and again, the channel slash the stream slash the videos are here to stay. So of course, we are not going anywhere. So yeah, even if it's not regular, I'm there and I will be here. So missed you, Chris, and so glad that you're able to join the stream today. Otherwise, all good. Point taken, Railfan. I will avoid the GP9RM. Okay. Reverser is neutral. Now here onwards, we are going from DC third line power to overhead catenary pantograph. So we raise the pantograph. There we go. We have line, and then we press this again. MCB closed. And we should have power. There we go. So these are up now. I think these are those shoes which connect with the third line to get the DC power. So of course here now we're on to the overheads. Okay, now the next stop is Stratford International, 16 miles out. If I'm not wrong, there is also quite a bit of sections now where there'll be tunnels. I did check that out, Tyler. Indeed, I did. So, heads up at Stratford, your captain of this ship will need to run to the kitchen to get a refill of the cup of tea. So, yeah, we might be delayed by a minute at the most. Or maybe even not, depending on how fast I do it. I know which ones you're talking about, Tyler. Yeah. Do you like those? Because again, those are probably not my go-to kind of engines or locos to drive. So we are now ripping at 220. Time to start bringing the speed down because we are about 2.4 miles out of Stratford. Again, by my experience, these babies at this kind of speed do need some time to stop. Oops. I accidentally pressed the max brake and the emergency. So my bad. Thanks, Tyler. Thank you so much. Emergency in the tunnel. True. Very interesting. Uh, so, so Wisconsin Railcan, do you also play Train Simulator 2021, 2022, any of those? Because I'm guessing there you'll have a lot more variety and choices in terms of American trains. I think with so much of passion going on here for American trains, then certainly the Peninsula Corridor, Sandpatch Grade, and Oakville subdivision are in order. I would even say Clinchfield because I really love the F7. So probably amongst all the ones out there, F7 is something I really love. And again, of course, amongst them, I can do the Amtrak anytime. the Boston Sprinter. The ACS64 is probably my favorite of all the American trains available for Train Sim World 2. First, it would be the Amtrak ACS64 and then the Baby Bullet. I think that's the F30 PH, if I'm not wrong. Not the F40, the other one. So I think it's the F30. I might be wrong. So we are coming in at Stratford in a fairly gentlemanly fashion. No sweat. Coming in easy and nice. And why is Cane Creek a mistake? Really fan? Just interested to know. I swear, I would certainly gladly sign that petition for a train simulation 2024. Makes sense for Microsoft to do it. Makes sense for Microsoft to do it. I love Amtrak, really fan, for sure. I also love the Peninsula Corridor, the Baby Bullet. I take these as a suggestion for my next streams, guys. You'll certainly see them. I apologize if I don't play enough of American trains. I'll try to do a bit more of them. American and Canadian trains. So off to St. Pancras. .1 miles out. So our final stop of the day, St. Pancras International. Now we are rolling out of Stratford on our way to St. Pancras. I agree, Tyler. Really a good point. But then that's what friends are for. So for at least the add-ons that I have, if you want to check something out, you can always let me know. I'll be more than glad to play them on the stream. As long as I have it. No worries whether I'm good at that or not. So let's boost the speed a little bit before we arrive at St. Pancras. Bye, rail fan. See you later. We are pretty much nearly done as well. We are arriving at St. Pancras International, London, after our journey from Feversham. So this was our second Class 395 Javelin service of the day. Loved it as usual, and then of course there'll be more in the future. So hope you guys liked the Javelin 2 as much as I did. And again, a big shout out to my American and Canadian friends of for your patience with the mostly European trains on my channel. So thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks, Tyler. Thanks, Wisconsin Rail fan. Thanks, Chris. Not sure if you're still there. And thanks, Julian. Absolutely. Thanks, Tyler. Uh, so great, as usual, so great having you here in the stream. Always nice talking to you. Hope you liked this train. You said that this is the first time you're seeing it. So hope you liked it. And of course, everybody have a wonderful weekend. Uh, and I will see you back over the weekend, most likely again on Sunday. High chances there will be some American trains this time for my bros in stateside and Canada. So good luck with the weekend, guys. Have a nice time. Good night. I'm a bit tired as well. Been a long day, and yeah, it's 3:40 a.m. in Amsterdam. But it's been great. Had a great time. Was fun. Thanks, Tyler. Thank you so much. So we'll see you next time, guys. Take care. This is your boy Saurav signing off from Amsterdam.